we've rolled up to parties at houses that people didn't even own. They just found houses in their neighborhood that were on the market, like broke into them and threw parties there, and didn't tell us about it until 3 a.m. and I don't know. We're getting kicked out of houses because no one actually lives there and there's no running water. Shit like that.
That's crazy, man.
I don't know. I just saw all kind of number of things, and we're all like over 21, I guess. So we'll randomly, be like, yeah, fucking party, and we show up, and everybody's 16. We're like, all right, we're going to prison tonight. Good stuff.
If I did my homework correctly, I think you went to school for economics.
Yeah, how the hell did you know that?
Hey, I do my homework, man. How does economics in college compare to what you're doing now?
Not even a little bit, but basically the only reason I went to school is when I graduated high school, I got an offer to go to college and like get paid to go, like have all my rent and everything paid for, so I didn't have to get a job. And I worked all through high school and realized very quickly that I hate working fucking jobs and having to deal with customers. So I was like, you know what? I would rather be in school for 4 more years than deal with another fucking customer. So it seemed like a good idea. But I don't know. Like, I guess I did learn a lot about how basically anytime anything happens in the world, the first question you have to ask is, well, who's making money off of it? And it basically, I guess it applies to everything, especially in music, because anything that ever happens, anytime we get a phone call, like, hey, do you guys want to do this? It's like, oh, well, who's, like, raping us on this one, So, I don't know. I guess it applies in a roundabout weird way, but other than that, it just made me very jaded and realize that the world is fucked. And as you can see lately with the economy, we are all clearly fucked.
How do you guys make money now with the economy the way it is, with just the music industry the way it is?
It's made our lives great. Like, we're ready to go on tour and pay $1.60 a gallon instead of like $4.60 a gallon. So we're stoked. Like online merch stuff hasn't, I guess, been affected. And I don't know. Nothing seems to really have changed for us. So that's like the first thing I guess everybody wonders about. Like, man, it must really suck being a touring band now. It's like, I don't know. I think people, no matter what the economy is like, are always going to want to go out and spend $20 on the weekend and have some fun, So,
yeah, for sure.
Even if you've only got $20, you'd rather enjoy life and waste it away than sit at home and collect it and want to kill yourself. So, I don't know. I think there's always room for people to want to go to shows and have a break from life.
That's for sure, man. You said that you didn't want to work a shitty job. What kind of jobs were you working before you started doing this band?
I worked at Best Buy. I worked at a CD store. I actually did an intern type thing for this. I don't know, he has like one single. It's called Kenny Wayne Shepherd. He's from Shreveport, actually. He probably not ringing any bells for you.
No.
But he was like, he got sang at Minic or something, and nobody from Shreveport, Louisiana, had never done anything, so that was kind of, I guess, bigger out here. But anyway, I did like an internship there, and I don't know, I guess learned some stuff, and I'm trying to think a bunch of other just really shitty jobs. Then like in college, I did like menial computer coding stuff for like the school newspaper and stuff like that to make money to go drinking on the weekend. And I don't know, nothing too special. I was at Best Buy for like 2 years of high school, and that is pretty much hell if you're thinking about getting a job at Best Buy. Let me go ahead and not recommend that to you.
I heard this rumor, man, that when you guys first started booking your tours, that you made a booking agent account on Myspace.
Yeah, I just realized I was working at a bank when we started the band. I forgot about that. I worked at a bank for like 8 months at the start of the band and had to lie to them to go on tour. I was like, really? Yeah, I'm going on a family vacation and stuff. I got to go for 2 weeks. So that was always fun. I'd come back, they're like, how was it? How was Ireland? I have to like make up details. I'm like, oh, it was beautiful. You'd have to see the rolling hills and stuff or whatever. I brought you guys back these big pencils from Walmart as souvenirs. Like, I was shut the fuck up. So, but anyway, yeah, I made a fake booking agency with the other band we were going out with, and we used it to try and book tour. And honestly, it works better than just writing people on Myspace on your band account, begging them for a show. So, you know. And it's funny now because I'm still on some promoters, like mailing lists.
Yeah.
So it'll, I'll get emails from promoters, and it'll be like to me, like every other big booking agency that I know of now. They're just trying to ask if I have any avails. I'm like, I'm not a real booking agent. Like, so.
Did you end up telling these people that you weren't a real booking agent?
No, we kind of just stopped using it after we got picked up by a real booking agency and stuff.
Did they ever question your credibility?
No. No, not really.
So you just straight up hit them up, said that you were a booking agent, and they bought it.
It looked legit. We had a good layout. We had a logo. We had email addresses.
That's
I don't know. I mean, I guess when there's a million people trying to do DIY tour now. So whenever a promoter gets an email from booking agency, they're probably going to read it a little quicker than, hey man, my name's fucking Steve and I play guitar and stuff. We really want to come there. I know you haven't heard of us, but I swear it'll be cool.
Yeah. Touring now on somewhat of a underground level, indie level, do you feel that the market is oversaturated with bands?
It's like 9 million % oversaturated with bands. It's crazy, but I mean, it's cool though because the internet and everything like that has made it just a level playing field for everybody. It's like you have no excuse for not doing anything you want to do with a band at this point. It's like if you're doing something that you believe in or it's decent, like there's no way to not get the people. It's not like there's a major label that pick and choose a few select bands and make them the popular bands anymore. It's like, there's a million bands, but the ones that are decent are going to, hopefully get some credibility. I mean, granted, there's still going to be a million shitty bands that get famous, what have you. I mean, we're terrible. We're doing all right. So, yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a huge oversaturation of bands, like every night of the week. I guess it's really more America than anywhere. That's like the one thing we hear is we haven't done Europe yet, but we haven't done Canada. And like kids there even are more appreciative of shows and tours than the States, because here it's like every single night of the week at every venue in every city in America, there's like at least one show happening.
When you first started, was it difficult getting kids to start coming to your shows?
Yeah, well, we didn't go on like tour right off the bat. We just did a bunch of like Texas, Louisiana, like Mississippi type stuff. We just stayed around the area because we all had jobs and had to pay rent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we just went on the weekends, and then we ran our own online store. Like when we had one song up on MySpace, I was like, we need to print T-shirts, make an online store, because why not? And so we noticed our online store started getting way more orders. Like our plays on MySpace started going up. We were like, fuck it, it's time to go on tour. So I don't know. We just did the damn thing, and then stayed on tour and got signed and all that good stuff. And I don't know, just been one big snowball type thing. But yeah, I mean, definitely at first it's like next to impossible, because like you make a MySpace and it's like, what do you do to get it out there? Because we don't believe in any of that friend adder, like fake play bullshit. So I don't know, just kind of like word of mouth. We've always gone out of our way to like communicate with people who have somebody left us a comment saying, hey, I like you guys. We'd go leave them a comment, not a bullshit like automated, hey, thanks for being our friend. We hope you spread the word. Actually leave them a legitimate comment. I don't know. I think that's totally lost nowadays. All these bands just want to pour themselves out and be rock stars and not even communicate with people. It's like people can tell when you're a fucking asshole, People can tell when you're sincere. Actually appreciate them caring about your band. So.
You mentioned, people can see when bands are assholes. Do you come across a lot of bands or some bands touring that are like that?
They're more often than not. Our bands are, I don't know, real big assholes. Or even just like we'll play, shows where we're on tour, and the band that's opening the show is a local band. Not that makes us better than them because we're on tour, but they play their hometown like once a month and that's it. and they take the stage like they're fucking Slipknot and like spitting on people and like, you know, humping people's girlfriends in the face. It's like, take it easy, guy. Like, no one wants that shit. And then you see the few people who do care about them want to go like buy their T-shirt or something. They're too good to even speak to them. It's like, give me a fucking break. Like, you're a human being, like just like everyone else. I don't know. That's like the one of the main things, I guess, as our goal is to bring back some fucking humility to all these people that think they're rock stars.
What are some other goals for your band?
To play as many damn shows as possible and as many faraway lands as possible. I don't know, just to make people realize they don't have to be heavy music, or even if they're playing soft music, they don't have to be forced into a corner or forced into a box. It's like, after you record an album and go on tour, you're going to want to change stuff. You're not going to want to make the same album 6 times and play, you know what I mean, the same shit over and over again. Mm-hmm. And a lot of bands, I think, just keep doing that, that they're scared to try something new for fear that people won't like it. Whereas we right off the bat said, we're fucking gay and our music's retarded. And if you like it, cool. If not, whatever. So it kind of left us open to go in any direction we damn well please, ever.
After you're done recording a track, you guys listen back to it a lot. Tell me how that works.
Well, the EP we recorded basically in my bedroom, just kind of half-assed, just to like get our songs, like, I don't know, recorded for us to hear. Uh-huh. And then we ended up saying, fuck it, let's post these on the internet. And then enough people ended up liking it, so we were like, fuck it, let's just sell these on an EP. And then the new stuff, we went out and did, you know, at the Ross Robinson's place. And it honestly, we did it very, like, not calculating, I guess. Like, we had the songs, and we just kind of tracked them and said, that sounds good. We didn't, like, sit down and analyze every single little, you know, drum, guitar, bass performance. We just said, yeah, that's good, and that has emotion to it. It doesn't sound robotic. Because that's another thing that, like, kills me about a lot of recordings now. It's just, like, so, you know, over-edited, and it sounds not real at all. Everything's just so compressed, and, you know, all the breakdowny stuff is just so choppy. It has no life to it. So, I don't know.
How did that whole Ross Robinson thing work out?
Pretty weird, long, crazy story. The guy that does all his engineering stuff, Ryan, he found out about us, and he actually bought a shirt from us, like, when we had, like, one song online. So it's funny, because we know he's actually been a legit fan of the band forever. And then he started hitting us up saying, hey, I want to record you guys full length when it happens. And we said, well, all right, what do we do? And so he talked to Ross, and Ross let us come out there and do it at his place. And it was just weird, because we were the first band to ever record at a Ross place, but Ross didn't produce it. But, you know, he was still there every day hanging out with us. So it's pretty crazy. But that's a long story short. Very rambling, terrible story.
Did you guys stay at the place, too, or did you just work there?
No, we just recorded and worked there, and then stayed, like, we rented a apartment thing that we didn't realize was so far away. But actually, that's a good story. We got a place off Craigslist, and we rolled in town to live there. And as soon as we got there, there was a crackhead, like, moving furniture out of the house. He's like, hey, I'm glad y'all are here. Help me out moving some stuff. And we walk in this house, and I'm talking, it looks like 15 crackheads have been living there for, like, a year. There's shit everywhere. Like, there's pictures of this place on Craigslist, right, that look like it's brand new, that obviously were taken 10 years ago. Yeah. And, yeah, we get there, and this guy's like, hey, help me move this furniture. And we're like, all right, we're going to go grab some food. We'll be back later. And, you know, never showed back up. So then we were homeless for, like, a week. Had to find a new place. And, yeah, ended up just getting an apartment. Damn. But it was, like, 30 miles from the studio, so every day in LA traffic, we had, like, a, you know, 30-mile, 6-hour commute both ways. So.
Where was the apartment at?
It was in Winnetka.
Oh,
like,
dude.
up in the valley or whatever.
That's so far.
Yeah, we recorded in Venice, so it's pretty terrible.